What happens when you give the same task to different AI models? Today, we are running a fascinating experiment. We are testing multiple AI models, all with the identical brand context, to see how each one interprets instructions, tackles challenges, and deliver results. So what's the goal here? Well, it's to understand that actually not all AI is created equal. So now let's dive in. So first up, we have a multitasking challenge. So here, we ask each model to analyze Mavic against our top competitor, craft a 2-sentence elevator pitch, and generate one viral marketing idea. So this tests 3 things at once: competitive analysis, concise communication, and creative thinking. So ChatGPT answered this pretty much immediately and followed the instructions to the T. However, I didn't like how light the analysis is, and it kind of feels like there wasn't much depth. So next, I tried Qwen Max. So Qwen Max went a lot more in depth and even conducted web research. However, it did hallucinate information about my brand in the viral marketing campaign, so the final result wasn't up to what I expected. Lastly, I tried Claude 4.5 Sonnet. So I really liked that it first asked clarifying questions, which I answered. And I like that Claude always tries to make sure it has all the right data before even starting with the task. So after that, it did the web research analysis, and I'm pretty satisfied with this outcome. So here's a table showing the different AI models. With Claude 4.5, you get really thorough results, but it did respond slower than others. GPT-5 is swift and fast, but good only if you don't need a lot of information. Qwen Max is a good balance, but there are some gaps in accuracy, so you need to take note of that. Now, how about creating key visual prompts? So I asked all the AI models to do that for me, and you can see here, Claude went above and beyond what I asked, created a thorough 5-page visual prompt guide, which I can now use and replace in all our other image generations. Qwen Max just made one key visual, so I guess it didn't really understand what a key visual prompt is. GPT-5 created the key visual prompt, and similar to how it acted in the first experiment, it sticks to your instructions pretty much. Now, let's test visual generation. We are comparing Nano Banana to Seedream 4.5 to Seedream 5.0 Lite. So I'm using a prompt that to generate an image that doesn't have a face. So I'm just looking at what kind of illustration style the AI model will default to. On the left, you see Nano Banana. The art style is neon-based and minimal. The neural network uses clean design lines, which I like. On the right here, you see Seedream 5.0 Lite. The art style is a lot less neon, more vibrant. You see thicker illustration lines, solid icons, and more 3D versus Nano Banana. And now you see Seedream 4.5. It definitely included a lot more details, but I think it missed the brief and decided to do its own thing creatively. And I'm not going to accept that. Finally, we tested this stock image generation, creating a meta ad with a Pan-Asian model. Nano Banana's output is pretty good. There are no typos, it nailed all the elements, but I think it looks a little stock. I prefer something more authentic. Seedream 4.5 has a lot of details, but a lot of typos too, so I can't really use it. And same with Seedream 5.0 Lite. I personally prefer this, but there are still typos, so if the typos can be fixed, I guess this is something I can use in one shot. In conclusion, the real skill isn't just about using AI. We all have to use AI for marketing, but knowing which AI to use for which task. That's why with Mavic, we designed it such that you can use all your brand contacts in one workspace, and you can mix and match that with the different right AI models for the task that works for you.